2023 was an amazing year, but I feel like there was a few things that I could have done better to improve the overall end result. And the one thing I failed to do in 2023 was to make a vision board. Yes, I had my goals. Yes, I knew what I wanted to do and I had an idea of what I wanted the results to be, but planning and actually outlining how I was going to get these things done was the one thing I did not do effectively. So in 2024, I decided to dive in and do my research in how I'm going to plan out my 2024. This year is going to be my year, and if you feel the same, keep on watching. Like everybody else, I love a good aesthetic. I love a nice mood board just to highlight the little things that I want to inspire me or to help to hold myself accountable. But in today's video, we're going to deep dive and really get into what we're going to do to ensure that we meet our goals. I'm a visual person, so a vision board is going to come in handy to really help me to visualize and to see what my goals are, what my end result should look like, what I want to get done, and what I want for myself over this next 365 days. Now, please bear in mind that this is just a guide. It's just a visual representation of what I want it to look like, things I want to change, things I want to implement, and how I'm going to get there. And if you want, you can actually cut pictures out of magazines and stuff like that to bring your vision to life. However, I prefer to do it digitally. We're gonna use Canva to really create that visual representation of what my goal is. To make this easier on ourselves, we're going to break down our goals quarterly. So every 3 months, we're going to have different things that we're working on. So this is what I decided to do just to make it digestible and so it doesn't feel overwhelming to me. Our quarterly breakdown is going to give ourselves small goals, like little wins. It's all about the little wins for me. Appreciating the little wins, it's what's going to make that overall picture come to life. The key to a vision board is ultimately your why. Why are you doing this? What is your intention? What is your goal? What are you working towards? For me, I want to prepare for the version of my life that I want for myself. The only way that you're going to actually get things done is to prepare. There are 5 categories that we're going to work on today, and for each category, I've created a separate vision board for each. The first category on my list is career. My career being YouTube. I want to be the best YouTuber that I can be. I want to be successful. I want to hold myself accountable. I want to be able to push out quality content that I'm proud of, and all of this needs preparation. My goal for 2024 is to post 2 to 3 videos a week. No questions asked. I want to ensure that I stick to my posting schedule to then ultimately meet my overall career goal of being monetized on YouTube. My goal for 2023 was to get to 1,000 subscribers, and even though we did not meet that overall goal, I was able to push myself in a way that I wasn't ever able to do before. I held myself accountable for whenever it is that I missed a posting schedule. I ensured that the following week I was able to meet my posting schedule week after week. I gave myself a challenge of doing 25 days of Vlogmas, and we were successful. We were able to do it, and I was able to gain over 150 subscribers just from Vlogmas, and that is something beautiful. I'm very proud of it, which brings us back to our little wins. This time around, it's not just about getting 1,000 subscribers. For me, it's about being monetized. I would love the opportunity to get paid for all the hard work that I put into YouTube. I love this. I love it. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and tell you that it's just a passion that I only do for the love of creating content. I would love the opportunity to get monetized, have brands reach out to me, have sponsorships. That's the goal that I want for my channel. And not because I'm seeking validation, but ultimately I want to grow the channel. I want this channel to be a beacon of light for everybody that is working towards their dreams, to see that no matter where you start or when you start, you can meet all your goals. It's never too late. It's never too hard. that I actually started taking my YouTube journey seriously in 2023, and I look back on my channel now and I'm so proud of it. We may not have reached 1,000 subscribers, but I was able to cultivate a community of people that showed up for me every week. Next subtopic to my career goal is creating a work schedule. I find that I will push myself and work odd hours of the night trying to ensure that I get a task done. But even though last year that was what I had to do to ensure that I met my goal, this year I want to create a system that works for me and not against me, because ultimately if I'm tired, I cannot get up early in the morning to meet the other commitments that I've made to myself. My YouTube journey took the forefront. It was at the forefront of everything I did. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped eating the way how I wanted to eat. I stopped doing the other things that I committed to doing. So creating a work-life balance and a work schedule, I feel like is going to really help me ultimately to see that bigger picture and actually check out not just one box off the list, but multiple boxes off the list of things that I want to get done in 2024. So what does that look like? This means that I have to give myself a set bedtime every day. Ensure that I go to bed no later than 10 p.m. every night so I can meet my 6 a.m. wake up time in the morning. This will then create a snowball effect to give me more time to do the things that I want to do and meet the other goals that I have set out for myself. The next category for my vision for 2023 is going to be my health. You guys, I have gained so much weight. I've never been this heavy before in my entire life. The heaviest I've ever seen myself, but that's okay. We're not going to talk negatively about ourselves. We're not going to be too hard on ourselves. We know how we get here and we know how to fix it. So my goal is to lose 60 pounds, ultimately lose 60 pounds in 2024. But losing 60 pounds comes along with a lot of little things that needs to get done. One thing that I know that I need to do is to challenge myself to a 1-month alcohol break. Also a 1-month dairy break. So for the month of February, we're doing no alcohol, no dairy, and I feel like that's really going to give my body a chance to detox and not have the weight of alcohol and dairy running and seeping through my veins, if you will. Next thing that we're going to do is to challenge ourselves to drink a gallon of water every day. Who remember on Instagram back in the day, I used to drink a gallon of water every day religiously, and that was when I was at the healthiest, the thinnest, I loved how I looked. I appreciated my body so much back then. That's because I created a routine and I had the discipline to stick to the things that I said that I was going to. Eating in a caloric deficit is really going to help my body to shed the pounds, because I'm at home for the most part, and when I do go outside, I'm sitting in a car. I don't move as much as I would want to throughout the day. So eating in a caloric deficit is really going to help, since I don't really have an active day life. My life doesn't consist of me walking or moving. Back in the day, I had 2 jobs. I walked a lot. That really helped me to burn more, even though I wasn't in a caloric deficit back then. I would love to say that I'm going to go to the gym every day or 5 times a day. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. I've decided to dedicate 3 days a week in the gym. I used to go to the gym. I loved it. I love having a routine. I love sticking to my routine, and I love the results I got from that routine. So we're going to work our way up to that routine, and I'm going to commit an hour a day, 3 days a week in the gym. There's a couple challenges that I found on Instagram. There is a Stairmaster challenge. I love the Stairmaster. The Stairmaster is what helped me to really build my butt, because I didn't have a butt before, I promise you. Juicing is something that I've talked to my wife about. We've come up with a plan to help us to shrink our stomachs, to detox our bodies, especially when you are bigger like I am. We've decided to buy a juicer. It's coming in tomorrow. We bought bottles. We're going grocery shopping in the next couple of days to really start our juicing journey, which is we're starting as soon as the juicer gets here. It should be delivered tomorrow. But I feel like it's just something to challenge myself. I'm very competitive at heart, so I know it's gonna be hard at first, but I need to get something done. If you've seen any of my other videos, I've shared a little bit more about my struggles with my weight and how much my weight has been affecting me. It's affecting my back. It's really affecting my overall quality of life. My wife is gonna do it as well, so it's really gonna help me to stick to it, because when you're married, if one person isn't on board, it really is counterproductive, especially the fact that we feed off each other's energy. So I'm very happy that she was the one who actually suggested that we juice. So that's also going to be an additional help to my ultimate goal of losing 60 pounds. Lastly, in this category, should go without saying, but sleeping more sleep. The amount of sleep you get really does contribute to the amount of weight you lose. I haven't been sleeping as much as I need to sleep, and I really feel that really added to my weight gain. If you're like me and you're gaining weight, think about how much you sleep throughout the day, how much you sleep at night, and if you actually have a sleep schedule. And if you don't, I really do encourage you to get on that and look into what you can do to assist yourself with gaining more sleep throughout the night. For me, I want to ensure that I get a minimum of 7 hours of sleep every night. And as I talked about earlier, with creating that work-life balance, ensuring that I'm in bed by 10 p.m. and up and ready to start my day by 6 a.m. I truly believe that this is going to aid in my overall goal of losing 60 pounds in 2024. Now, the next category, the next vision board that we're going to work on is my appearance. So I know we talked about weight gain and losing 60 pounds this year. But what I mean by appearance, I mean by the type of clothes I wear. And one thing that I realized that I love to wear is dresses. I love dresses. I love skirts. And for me, my appearance for 2024, I want it to be more feminine. I want it to be softer. I want it to be more girly. I just want to dive more deeply into that and really own my femininity and own the fact that I love to be a feminine woman. Wear more dresses, wear more skirts. I want to wear more headbands and bows and scarves and hats. That's the aesthetic that I realize that I love. Whenever I watch TV and I see a beautiful feminine woman, she's either wearing a dress or she has a bow in her hair or a really beautiful embellished headband. I used to do that. I used to buy those things for myself, but for some reason along the line, you get caught up into trends without really even notice that you're getting caught up into trends. And that's also a thing that I don't want to do in 2024 and beyond. I want to be proud of and lean into the woman that I want to be and work towards that and be confident in who I want to be and who I am ultimately. So lots of bows, lots of scarves and ribbons, more hats, more dresses and skirts is what I want to incorporate in my life in 2024. Lastly, we're going to talk about my hair. So if you have been on my channel for a while, you know I've talked about the fact that I have hair loss, that I don't know why my hair is falling out. Before, I used to think that it's because I wear a lot of wigs or ultimately damaged my hair, but I have just been losing more patches of hair has been falling out in the top of my head, in the sides of my head, and it really insecure in a way, whereas I felt that I needed wigs or weaves or extensions to make me feel pretty, but ultimately that was just, you know, it was working against me in the long run because I wasn't getting the root of the problem. So this year I've decided that I'm going to go and speak to a dermatologist about it. Yesterday I sat down and my wife gave me a trim. The biggest chop that you can possibly give yourself. I am completely bald under this wig. And that's because I want to go to the doctor and have them really look at my scalp and see where the problem is coming from. Do a few tests if needs be to really better and heal myself from the inside out. So as it relates to my appearance, I want to be able to grow my natural hair and love my natural hair and wear my natural hair. Hopefully in 2024 I will get a little bit closer to looking the way how I want to look as it relates to my hair. Next mood board that we're going to talk about today is lifestyle. You know that I am a big traveler. I love to travel. My wife and I travel a lot. Last year our goal for 2023 was to travel more than we've ever traveled, and that resulted in 6 countries in the course of a year. And we were so proud of ourselves. We went to Panama, Colombia, Egypt, El Salvador, Guatemala, and then India, which total in 6 countries for the entire year, and we are proud, we are happy. We loved every single opportunity and experience that we got on those trips. This year, it's less about the amount of places that we go and specifically where we go. I have just followed my wife around the world. Wherever she wants to go, I'm her road buddy. This time around, I'm going to add my 2 cents in and actually put the places that I've always dreamed of going, and hopefully we'll be able to at least get one of those places off the list. List of places that I have on my list is London, Italy, Paris, Greece, and Thailand. In one of the trips that we take, hopefully one of those places will be the destination, and I'm looking forward to it. Next on my lifestyle category is shopping more sustainably. I don't want to shop fast fashion at all. Fast fashion has done nothing for me over the years. Last year, we were able to minimize the amount of things that we bought. I tried to ensure that whatever I was buying, even if it was from a more mid-level or low-level store like a Zara or an H&M, I tried to ensure that it was a really good quality piece, or it was something that was going to last me a few years. But this time around, I prefer to wait. My no-buy goal is really what's going to help me and catapult me to meeting the goal of shopping more sustainably. This means that I'll be shopping fewer times throughout the year, but whenever I do shop, it's going to be something of substance, something of quality, and something I could possibly pass down to my children. I want to ensure that what I buy is not only something that I love, but something that's going to stand the test of time. Shopping quality over quantity every time. Next part of this vision board is going to be savings, my savings goals. I want to save $15,000 this year, but I'm saving this with a purpose. This apartment that we've lived in for the past 2 years, it has been an amazing journey here. My brother once lived with us and he moved out, and then we converted his bedroom into what is my closet studio slash office. As much as I love living in New York apartments are really, really tiny. We own a house in Pennsylvania that we love, and it is now an Airbnb, so that is an income property that we don't necessarily have to worry about right now. So I feel like we want to push our focus more into buying our own home, and that is something that I want to use 2024 to work towards. So we have a savings goal, saving for a down payment. $15,000 to $20,000 is a down payment towards our next home. Hopefully in the next couple of years I can have a baby. I don't want to just get a bigger apartment. That's just more money into someone else's pocket. That's just paying someone else's mortgage. So 2024 is going to be the year that we save towards buying our dream home. I know this is probably a bit of a long one, but the last vision board is going to be my education vision board, if you will. I just don't read as much as I would like to, and I keep telling myself that, you know, oh, I'm just gonna read this week, or I'm gonna buy this book and I'm gonna read it, and I've bought quite a few books and I have not read them, and that's because I wasn't buying books that I was interested in. I was buying books that I felt like if people knew that I read them, they would think that I was smart. I'm over living my life for people's gratification or validation. I'm gonna read the books that I'm interested in. I'm gonna read the topics that I want to read about, and one of those topics are love and erotica. That's the type of books that I like to read, period. I read all 50 Shades of Grey, the series, back to back to back. Why? I love romance. I love a savior type complex. I love a damsel in distress. That's the type of things that I like. That's the type of movies that I watch. That's the type of stories I know I'm going to enjoy reading. Instead of buying these books that I read 1 and 2 chapters, but there's nothing compelling there to keep me or to push me to just chain reading pages and pages of that book. I need to stop holding other people's ideas of success or enlightenment over myself. I can be enlightened in different ways, and the only way I'm going to read hundreds of books a year is if I just start reading. Start reading the things that you enjoy reading about. Start reading the juicy topics and the romantic novels or whatever it is that you have interest in. Start by reading that, because once you grow that love for reading, it will filter over into other topics and into other genres. The first book that I saw on Amazon, I read a couple of the reviews, and it's called Objecting to Her. It's a book written by a lesbian about two women who were enemies but ended up falling for each other, and that's my type of story. Hopefully this can filter it out and challenge me and broaden my appetite for other genres and other forms of books. So yeah. Anyways, that is it for this video. I really do hope that this video was helpful for you. Hopefully this helped you to figure out how to create your vision for 2024. You have to find your why. You have to find your reason for doing what you want to do, and then break down your goals into quarterly goals, different steps that you can ultimately take to check off those boxes off your list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you do not miss whenever I post another video. And as always, until next time, love you, bye.